Imagine being 15 years old and already having a nickname after the greatest player who ever lived. They called him Messinho, Little Messi. That's a massive burden for anyone, let alone a teenager. But that pressure is nothing compared to the shock that hit the soccer world when one of the biggest clubs, Chelsea, agreed to pay Palmeiras a rumored 61 million euros for a kid who hadn't even finished high school yet. This is the tale of how Brazil's next Joga Bonito artist emerged from the streets of Franca, ready to take on the world. Estêvão Willian Almeida de Oliveira Gonçalves was born in 2007, far away from the glamour of Rio or Sao Paulo, in a city called Franca. From the moment he could walk, he had a ball glued to his feet. He wasn't big, but he was electric. He was one of those kids who seemed to speak the language of the soccer ball better than he spoke Portuguese. By the time he was just 10 years old, his talent was so obvious that he signed a professional sponsorship deal with Nike, a deal usually reserved for established professionals, not elementary school kids. This unbelievable early success came with a terrifying level of responsibility. Estevão's family wasn't wealthy. He wasn't just playing for fun, he was playing for his family's future. He was the hope. His first major club was Cruzeiro in Belo Horizonte. He excelled in their youth academy, but when he turned 14, the family faced the first major hurdle, a decision that would define his life. Palmeiras, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil, came calling, promising better facilities, a stronger pathway to the first team, and a structured environment for growth. But moving meant pulling the family out of their home base and forcing them to uproot everything. This wasn't just a club change, it was a life gamble. For months, the stress weighed on them. Could they afford the move? Was the risk worth the reward? Estêvão knew he had to deliver. He made the difficult decision, moving to Palmeiras' highly successful youth program. The pressure was immense. Every training session, every game, he felt the burden of knowing his parents had sacrificed everything for his talent. Once at Palmeiras, Estêvão exploded. The coaches didn't need long to see the magic. He possessed the low center of gravity of Lionel Messi, hence the nickname, but with the raw, audacious flair of vintage Ronaldinho or Robinho. He had the speed, the dribbling, and the uncanny ability to see passes others missed. He completely dominated the youth circuits. In 2023, he led Palmeiras to the Copa São Paulo de Futebol Júnior title, one of the most prestigious youth tournaments in the world. His stats were undeniable. He wasn't just scoring, he was running the show. But the biggest test came when he finally stepped onto the pitch with the senior team. This is where many young stars buckle under the physical intensity and higher stakes. Estêvão, however, rose to the occasion. His breakthrough came rapidly. In the Copa Libertadores, South America's version of the Champions League, Estêvão broke a 60-year-old club record. At just 17 years and 11 months old, he became the youngest player in Palmeiras history to score in the tournament, surpassing the record previously held by legends. This wasn't just a fluke goal. It was a moment of pure Brazilian flair, a flash of Joga Bonito. By the middle of the 2024 season, despite often coming off the bench as a substitute, his impact was massive. Across his first 25 professional appearances, he tallied several key goals and assists, establishing himself as a clutch player who showed zero fear when facing experienced veterans. He had overcome the physical gap and the mental strain. He proved he belonged. On 22 June 2024, Premier League club Chelsea announced that Estêvão would join the club in the summer of 2025 on his 18th birthday. The deal reportedly commanded a $34 million fee plus $23 million in performances-based incentives. Estêvão was unveiled 14 months later by Chelsea on 5 August 2025, the player opting to keep the number 41, which he wore before the move. On 17 August 2025, he made his debut for Chelsea against Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. On October, he scored his first goal for Chelsea with a composed 95th-minute finish in a 2-1 victory over rivals Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, turning in Cucurella's cross after fine interplay with Enzo Fernandez. The goal, described by The Athletic as a stunning late winner that condemned the reigning champions to a third straight defeat, was hailed by Chelsea supporters as an early glimpse of his exceptional composure on the biggest stage. Later that month, he scored his first UEFA Champions League goal from a penalty in a 5-1 victory over Ajax, becoming the youngest Chelsea player to score in the competition at 18 years old. Later that year, on 25th November, he scored a goal in a 3-0 victory over Barcelona, becoming the third teenager to score in each of his first 3 Champions League starts, only behind Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland.
He has come a long way from Palmeiras all the way to Chelsea. He is one of the most exciting young talents in football, and his journey at Chelsea and in the Brazilian national team is just getting started.